Hi everyone. Sorry for the late start. Can you please, when you introduce yourself, can you please say where you're coming from on the chat, so I can see who's there. Hi everyone. Here we go. That's better. Okay, so you can hear me obviously. Cool. So today is going to be a little bit a special live because I would like to share with you something quite important. So it's not really a political event or anything like this, but it's more a something that I'm working on for probably 6-7 years now. And I feel that it's now time to share it with you guys. So it's something that I worked on for a little while and that I believe is quite a fundamental key to understand what is wrong in our current system today and what is the key to actually move into another perspective on reality, another world, I'd like to say. So bear with me. I believe that it's going to be, it's going to shock a few of you because it's something that is quite profound. Hi, Amal. Hi, Ken. Hi, Michael. So today we're going to talk on quite an unusual topic because we're going to talk mathematics. Don't be scared, by the way. It's not complicated. It's extremely simple. And it's something that I believe everyone needs to know because it's, I believe, the key to understand how we're going to move into a whole different dimension in our perspective on creation. And the numbers and arithmetic algebra have an essential key to understand that. So I posted something a few weeks ago on that topic, and I feel that needed to have more clarification. So I'm going to clarify all that today, and I hope you guys are going to help me. So please ask me any questions. I can see the comments, and I'll be happy to answer any question that you don't get. So I think now it's time to start. So I'm going to share my screen, and I hope you guys can see what is there now. All right, so again, it's not complicated. I believe that what we are about to see right now is actually the real version of mathematics, not the one that we've been taught at school. So, all right, so let's go. Again, if you don't understand something, please ask me a question on the chat. So I'll try to answer on the spot. Okay. And yeah, if you can, please share this video with your network because I believe it's going to shock a lot of people. What I'm about to reveal is going to shock a lot of us for those who are not familiar yet with it. So I'm going to start with, so it's a presentation that I'm going to show today to bring you in that paradigm of understanding of how the world really works. I believe that this knowledge, by the way, has been hidden from humanity. It's something that the elite knows, some of them, probably not the way I understand it, or some people understand it, but yeah, it's a knowledge that has been kept hidden from humanity for way too long, and it's time to bring it back. All right, so let's start with the understanding of what is relativity. So relativity means that an observation is fundamentally related to the perspective of the observer. Okay. By the way, I would like all of you not just to watch what I'm saying, but really try to understand what I'm saying. It's really crucial that all of you are doing that work to understand, which is questioning what I'm saying. Like, what do I mean by relativity? Means that an observation, okay, what you observe, is fundamentally related to the perspective of of yourself, the perspective that you have on reality. So this picture is a, is a great example. So it's going to show you how, so if you look at the top picture, so that symbol here, like that cylinder, view from one angle will actually looks like a square, and view from another angle will look like a circle. So a square and a circle, both of them will be true for you. If you're looking from the perspective of the square, you will say that that cylinder is a square. But if you're looking from the perspective of the circle, you would say, well, it's a circle. And both of them will be right. The truth is that it's a cylinder. But your perspective will make you believe that one angle is the true. Okay? And obviously what you can see is that it's actually both square and circle. If you look at the bottom left, you will see a camembert, and that camembert brings another level of complexity. So on one side, we see a square. On the other side, we see a circle. And on the bottom, we see a triangle. Again, which one is true? All of them. Okay, the truth is that it's, let's say, a slice of camembert, like a slice of a circle. And the truth is that the three of them are true. But if you're looking only from your perspective, you will believe that only you have the truth. It's a very good example in politics, okay? When people say, well, are you socialist? Are you communist? Are you fascist? Are you capitalist? Whatever. It's just a perspective. You are none of that. You are much, much more complex than any of that. But you will give one typical perspective on yourself, okay? If you look at the bottom right, sorry, this is even more complicated, because now if you're starting to integrate the geometry of the context in which you're looking at your perspective, then suddenly it gets infinitely complex. Okay, the angle was always there from the first, the second, or the third picture. The angle was always there, but from the perspective that you got, then you have a distortion that is added to it. Okay, that's what the context is bringing to your life. And just, yeah, the context could be your educational system, could be your emotional state, could be all that add complexity to your perspective. Okay, so this is just as an introduction. So in that drawing, you will see that, well, what looks like a flower is actually much more complex than that, based on which perspective you give to things. Okay, so can we truly believe what we see? Okay, in that example, so we see a square, and then it moves into a zigzag, and then we're ending up with a circle. So again, the perspective makes everything. On one angle, you will think that this is a square, and on a different angle, you will see that this is a circle. So which one is true? All of them. All of them are true. But our perspective only will give us one angle, one vision. Again, if you have any question, guys, please share with me your questions, because I can watch them at the same time. Hi, Eva. Hi, Aurélie. Hi, Michael. So what is often seen as a paradox is an inherent aspect of observation, okay? So is this glass half full or half empty? And the truth is, it's actually both. It is half full and half empty. Your perspective will actually make it seen based again on your state of mind, on your habits, on your emotional states, on your education, will make you think life based on a certain perspective. Observing something is giving a perspective to something which is a whole. And this video is a great example from Bernard Pras, which recreated a portrait of a French postman from a pile of furniture. So in the beginning, it looks like a person. And then if you change the perspective, suddenly what we see is a whole different painting. It's a whole different scene. All right, so that's why it is very fundamental to get used to change our perspective by ourselves, because we only see what we can see. We only understand what we can understand. All right, is it clear? You can also put some thumbs up. You can put some likes. I enjoy to see people interacting with me, asking questions, telling that whatever, like that makes sense in a way. Bear with me, it's just the beginning, so we haven't started yet. This is just an introduction. Thanks, Adam. It looks like a garage. And by the way, if you can share that video with your network, that'd be awesome. A lot of things are going to be revealed in that video. Okay, so focusing on something, reduce it to only one singular aspect of it. If you are blind, how would you describe an elephant? Okay, if you're the guy in front, you would believe that it's a snake. If you're the second one, you believe that the elephant would be a carpet. The third one, a spear. The fourth one, a stump. The fifth one, a wall. Or the sixth one, you believe it's a string. And all of them will be true. So when you have an argument and someone tries to get true over the other one, are we really arguing for the right reason? Or is it just, again, perspectives? And both could be right. So the language that humanity is using to observe and measure the world will define the way humanity will see the world. Okay? What if the decimal and imperial system were not the only options? So decimal system is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's based on decimal, on 10. And imperial is based on fraction. So it's the inches. And so we have two ways to measure reality. What if they were not the only options? And today we're going to see the third option, which is called the harmonics, harmonic arithmetic. Okay, bear with me. It's not complicated. Don't run away. It's simple. It's simple and it's essential to understand where humanity is going to move in the near future with that new understanding of how we should measure reality in different tools, in different ways. All right, so from a human perspective, a molecule is a millions or billions times smaller than them. And the universe is millions or billions times bigger than them from a human perspective. But if I was a molecule, a human would be millions of billions bigger than me. And if I was the universe, a human would be millions of billions of times smaller than me. Okay, so again, that notion of magnitude, bigger, smaller, more, smaller, bigger, is entirely relative. Depends if you're looking at it from the perspective of the universe or if you're looking at it from the perspective of the molecule. But the only thing that basically is changing is just zeros. The number of zeros or the weights, it's all like, I don't know, 10,000, 20,000. So just add zeros times bigger or thousands or billions of times smaller. So basically, it's just a question of zeros and comma. That's it. That's what differentiates the universe from a molecular perspective. It's just zeros and commas. If the decimal comma and the zero only represent the scale of magnitude between different perspectives, what would our mathematical system look like if we were not using them? And that's what we're going to do today, just exploring different perspectives. So let's say that, for example, 10 was seen as the first octave of 1. So for those who are not musicians, after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we have 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, whatever. We have a decimal system. But for those who are musicians, and this is a question that I always wondered since I was a baby, since I was very young, I always wondered why after do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, you have again do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, and again do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, and again do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si. Why musically? You know, after do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, re, mi. So it's just go on and on and on and on. But why mathematically it doesn't work? Why, after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we never see again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 coming back, ever. After 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we have 10, 11, 12, 20, 50, 100, billions, 1,000, but we never, ever, ever have that cycle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 coming back. And that always, always, always bothers me. Is that clear? Is everyone with me? Do you all like understand what I'm saying? Yes. If you have any question, please ask. So the postulate is that what if 10 was seen as the first octave of 1? So therefore 10 would be 1 plus 0. 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. Okay? 1 and 0 equal 1. 11 could be seen as the first octave of 2. 11 equal 1 and 1, so 1 plus 1 equal 2. 20 could be seen as the second octave of 2. Why? Because 11 is the first octave, so again, remember, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So 2 is the first, let's say the note. Then 11 is the second note, the octave, and then 20 is the third octave, the second octave of 2. Okay, 11 is the first octave, 20 is the second octave. Then the next one will be what? It would be, I'll just let you think about it just for a minute, like 29. 29 is 2 plus 9, so it's 20. 2 plus 9, sorry, is 11, and 11 is 2. Okay, 28, 2 plus 8 is the third, so 2 plus 8, 10, okay? But as 10 and 19 as the first octave, then 28 would be the third octave of 1. So I know it sounds a little bit tricky, but just bear with me for a minute. Just bear with me, you're gonna be blown away. So harmonic times table. So another term for those, this mathematical language is called digital roots. And if you want to know more about it, you can go online and look for Marco Rodin. Marco Rodin did a lot of work in the 80s, 90s, if I remember well. He did a lot of work on something called vortex mathematics. But the language that is used is called this digital root. So we're trying to go back to the smallest roots of a number just by adding the numbers together. And it can work with like very, very long numbers. It works all the time. We just get back to digital roots. So now we're going to look at the harmonic timetables. So what I'm going to show you is basically the timetable that you've been taught at school. And then we're going to compare them to what will it look like if we were using a harmonic timetables. So we're going to start with table of multiplication by 1. So I hope all of you remember that. 1 times 1 equals 1, 1 times 2 equals 2, 3 times 1 equals 3, 4 times 1 equals 4, 5 times 1 equals 5, 6 times 1 equals 6. So it's very simple. 10 times 1 equals 10. Okay, again, very simple. So this is the first timetable, table of multiplication by 1, timetable of 1. And we're going to see the timetable of 2. Okay, so timetable of 2, 1 times 2 equals 2, 2 times 2 equals 4, 3 times 2 equals 6, 4 times 2 equals 8, 5 times 2 equals 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, so on. So I hope all of you are still familiar with that. I hope you haven't yet forgot how those timetable works. All right. So table of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I hope you guys follow me. And if you don't, please ask me any questions. So far, it's still extremely simple. So what we're going to do now, we're going to compare the decimal system versus the harmonic arithmetic. And for those of you who are just coming on board, I'm sharing with you guys something that I discovered 6-7 years ago that I believe the elite is aware of, but is keeping away from our consciousness. So I feel that it's time for me to share this knowledge with you guys. And I hope you're going to gain benefits from it. Okay, so now what we're going to look at is comparing the decimal system to the harmonic arithmetic and see what happened when we apply that very simple logic that we just redefine 10 as being the first octave of 1, 11 being the first octave of 2. So it's something extremely simple. It's not complicated at all. Children can understand it, and they understand it much, much better than adults, by the way. Okay, so timetable of 1, okay? We all agree 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So what would be those timetables if we are dropping now to harmonic arithmetic? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 would be still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 will then become 1, 1 plus 0. 11 would be 1 plus 1, 2. 12, oh, sorry, there's a mistake here. So it's 12, it should be 1 plus 2, 3. 13 would be 1 plus 3, 4. 14 would be 1 plus 4, 5. 15 would be 1 plus 5, 6, and so on. So we're creating a cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the first octave of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then after 18, we will have 19, and 19 will be 1 plus 9, which is 10. And again, we go back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the cycle will go on and on and on and on and on. Okay, and that's what we see here. So the first sequence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, goes on forever. That's where we have our do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si. Here they are, the cycle going on over and over and over. Now let's have a look to the table of multiplication by 2, the timetable of 2. So timetable of 2 is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, and so on. Now we're going to do is we're going to reduce that decimal system to a harmonic system. So again, 10 become 1 plus 0, 1. 12 become 1 plus 2, 3. 14 become 1 plus 4, 5. 16 become 1 plus 6, 7. So we end up with 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So we have that cycle that goes on again and again and again and again forever. Some people will believe that this is not relevant. I can tell you, bear with me, and you will understand before the end of that presentation why is it relevant and why that knowledge has been kept hidden from us for many, many years. Let's see the table of, timetable of 3. Okay, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36. So what I want you to do when I'm doing that demonstration, I want you to do the same calculation as I do. Okay, if you don't do it, it won't work. Your mind will not understand the message that I'm trying to share with you. If you don't do the numbers by yourself, I want you to do it in your mind. Okay, what I'm going to do right now is 3, 6, 9. 12 will be 2 plus 1, 3. I want you to do it in your mind. 1 plus 5 equal 6. 1 plus 8 equal 9. 21, 2 plus 1 equal 3. 2 plus 4 equal 6. 2 plus 7 equal 9. 30, 33, 36, 39, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9. I want all of you to do those numbers, those calculations in your mind, because this is essential for you to understand where I'm going to bring you. It's not just watching, you have to understand. You have to do that exercise to see how this order was there, hidden just in front of our nose, but we were not able to see it. So the timetable of 1 and timetable of 2 have a cycle of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 5. And we can see in the timetable of 3, we have now a different cycle. 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9. So already the universe is showing us a language. It's showing us that there's another like there's different way to organize. Okay, let's look at the next one. So timetable of 4. Okay, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. So I want you to do it in your mind. 4, 8, and then what? 12 is what? If we have to reduce 12 to its base 9, so the B9 that you see above is base 9. So B9 means base 9. So on base 9, at 12 would be 1 plus 2. It would be equal to 3. 16 would be 1 plus 6. It would be equal to 7. 20 would be 2 plus 0, 2. 24 would be 2 plus 4, 6. 28 would be 2 plus 8, 10, and 10 is 1. Okay. All right, so 4, 8, 3, 7, 2, 6, 1, 5, 36, 3 plus 6, 9. 4 plus 0, 48, 4 plus 8, sorry, 44, 8, 8, 4 plus 8, 12, 2 plus 1, 3. Okay, it's really, really important for you to with me. Okay, do the numbers with me. Just take a little bit. I know it's Sunday morning for those of you, or Sunday night. Do that exercise of doing those numbers with me. We'll see. You will get the rewards. Okay, now let's look at the timetable 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40, 45, 50, 50, and so on. We did 5 and 10 would be 1, 15, 6, 5 and 1, 6. See now? Okay, we see now. Okay, beautiful. All right, sorry guys for that. Okay, so we were at the timetable of 369, 6, so 639, 639, 639. All right. Please double check all what I'm saying. Now, timetable of 7. So 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, okay. What we have 7, then we have 14, which is 4 plus 1, 5. Then we have 21, which is 2 plus 1, 3. Then we have 28, which is 2 plus 8, 10, which is 1. 35, 3 plus 5, 8. 42, 4 plus 2, 6. 49, 4 plus 9 equal 13, which is 3 plus 1, 4. 56, 5 plus 1, 11, 1 and 1, 2. And 63, 9, and so on. So 7, 5, 3, 1, 8, 6, 4, 2. 7, 5, 3, 1, 8, 6, 4, 2. Okay? Please, if you can share this video, share it with your network on your page. Your friend will love it. All right, now, timetable of 8. This one is interesting. Okay, we have 8, then we have 16, 6 and 1, 7. 24, 2 plus 4, 6. 32, 3 plus 2, 5. So we have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Does it remind you something? Okay, I'll give you a little bit of time just to double check. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 9. Can you double check? Like 112, for example. 1 plus 1 plus 2 equals 4. 120, 1 plus 2 equals 3. 128, 1 plus 8 equals 10. Plus 1, 11, 1 and 1, 2. All of you needs to do those calculations to confirm in your mind that this is accurate. All right? And the last one, okay, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54. So 9, 18 is 1 plus 8, 9. 27, 2 plus 7, 9. 36, 3 plus 6, 9. 45, 4 plus 5, 9. 54, 5 plus 4, 9. 63, 72, it's 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. How weird. How weird is it? All right, so life is a circle. The end of one journey is the beginning of the next. Okay? Nothing is ever created, everything is constantly transformed. Okay, that's what physicists are thinking. So what is happening if we remove now the timetable, the classic decimal timetable, and we just keep the cycle? So we have 9 cycles. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 4, 8, 3, 7, 2, 6, 1, 5, 9, 5, 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8, 4, 9, 6, 3, 9, 6, 3, 9, 6, 3, 9. And we're now going to just put them against each other. I hope all of you are familiar with that axiom, as above, so below. Okay. So now what we're going to do, we're going to connect all the sequence together just to see if there's not another mystery connected to. So we first put timetable of 1, then timetable of 8. So just read the first line. It would be 1, 8, then timetable of 3, then timetable of 6, then timetable of 4, and timetable of 5, timetable of 2, 7, and then 9. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse the second timetable. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 is timetable of 1. And then we have 8. I'm going to reverse 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 8 is exactly the symmetrical opposite of 1. Okay? Then we have 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9. And then we have timetable of 6, which is 6, 3, 9, 6, 3, 9, 6, 3, 9. If I reverse it, they are exactly the same. Now we have timetable of 4 and timetable of 5. 4, 8, 3, 7, 2, 6, 1, 5, 9. And then it's 5, 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8, 4, 9. If I reverse timetable of 5, we have exactly timetable of 4. 4, 8, 3, 7, 2, 6, 1, 5, 9. If now I'm looking at timetable of 2 and timetable of 7, 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 7, 5, 3, 1, 8, 6, 4, 2. If I reverse timetable of 7, we again have timetable of 2. 4, 8, 3, 7. 4, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7. 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7. All right. So timetable of 1 equal the inverse of timetable of 8. Let's start with that. Timetable of 2 is equal to the inverse of timetable of 6. Timetable of 4 is the opposite of timetable of 5. And timetable of 2 is the opposite of timetable of 7. Okay, I hope it's all clear. So now we're going to get back to the original organization. And what do we see is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 vertically is exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 horizontally. 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 vertically is 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 horizontally. 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9. 4, 8, 3, 7, 2, 6, 1, 5, 9. 4, 8, 3, 7, 2, 6, 1, 5, 9. The same sequence happen horizontally and vertically, perfectly organized. As if the universe had an order that the decimal system wasn't allowing us to see. The decimal system was separating the sequence up to the point where we were not able to see that sequence properly. And obviously the 99999 happened horizontally and vertically. So this is the yin and yang, fire and water. How would you see the world if you knew, not if you thought, if you knew that there was an order? Because I guess a lot of us believe that there's an order, believe that there's something that organizes creation, just because if there was no organization, then therefore there would be no creation. It's that simple. How would you see the world if you knew that there was an order? Remember what I said in the beginning, my demonstration about perspective transcends all your perception of reality. Your perception is organizing the world the way it is. So your perspective makes all the difference. So if your perspective was altered by the decimal system, how would you actually be able to see the world properly? If you have any question, please ask it in the chat. I'll be happy to answer it. So no problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. This is Albert Einstein. So now I'm going to share with you how did we end up with this mathematical language. And again, guys, if you like what I'm sharing, please put a thumbs up or heart and share this video with your network. This is very, very precious knowledge. So this is the evolution of the alphabet. For those of you who are not familiar with it, the alphabet has evolved from the Proto-Sinaic shape into the Phoenician shape, into the Archaic Greek, Archaic Latin, the Roman letters, and finally the modern Latin script. So you can see that the letters has dramatically evolved over time. Okay, it wasn't obvious. It wasn't always that shape. Okay. Again, if you have any question, please ask. But what we're not really familiar with is the history of numbers. The numbers have been through the same changes. So on the first line, you would actually see the numbers in the 10th century. Very, very, very different. Okay, 11th century, again, very different. 12th century and modern. Okay, here you can see again that the numbers have a very different geometry, and they're now slowly getting back to what we're looking at. So the question is, what make numbers evolve in time? And there's only two options. Or some people have access to a certain knowledge and they hide that information into the geometry of the letters, or the geometry of the letters evolve according to an order, and the universe is basically changing those forms so we can actually understand the world in a different way. Okay, so as above, so below. So at the beginning, if we follow the Bible, or whatever ancient knowledge, it has been said that the universe has been separated, the water from above and the water from below. And the horizon is what separates that which is above and that which is below. All right? So let's take the horizon. If we wanted to come from the horizon and go up, what you will use all the straight line or the curve. So if you're using a straight line, okay, going up, going down from the horizon to point up or down, you would actually create what I call the twin brothers. So the twin brothers are on one side, number 4, and on the other side, the number 7. Okay? And you can see that roughly in most of the geometry. Okay, if we go back to that picture here, you see that roughly everyone differ on the interpretation of the geometry, but roughly everyone agrees on, if we draw the horizontal line as the segment that organize number 4, then all the number 4 that we're drawing are roughly representing a straight line pointing up. Okay? So number 4 is a straight line pointing up, and number 7 is a straight line pointing down. All right, that's an interesting observation. Some people would say, and so what? Bear with me. If now you're using the curve, so if the curve is pointing up, we now have the number 2. And if the curve is pointing down, we have the number 5. And that's what I called the twin sisters. So number 2 is the curve pointing up, and the 5 is the curve pointing down. Okay, if we have now the double curve, I call that the goddess mother. And the only straight line, the strict straight line, is the number 1. Okay, that which connects above and below without crossing the horizon. There's no horizontal line. There's an act of symmetry, of course. There's an horizontal act of symmetry, but there's no horizontal line crossed, like 4, 7, and 2 and 5. So in the universe, you have two types of force. You have a force that is coming from the inside out and a force that comes from the outside in. So the first one that we're going to look at is the levito-magnetoforce. So it's a force that comes from the inside out. And it's composed of the 3 numbers. So I'll put it again. So a triangle pointing up, 1, 4, and 7. The 3 numbers that have a straight line. When you combine 1, 4, and 7 together, 1 plus 4 plus 7 is equal to 12. The 12 is, the real name of 12 is actually the first octave of 3. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Okay? How can we confirm that? Is that if you take the 1, for example, and you add 3 to 1, so 1 plus 3 equal, I'll leave you a few seconds to think about it. 1 plus 3 equal 4. 4 plus 3 equal 7. And 7 plus 3 equal 10. The 10 is 1 and 0. So it's 1. The first octave of 1. Okay, 3, 4, 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, 7, 1 plus 3 equals 4, 4 plus 3 equals 7, 7 plus 3 equals 1, 10. All right, everyone got it? 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, 7. Now if we're taking the 6, 1 plus 6 equals 7, 7 plus 6 equals 13, but 13 is 1 and 3, so 13 is the first octave of 4. And 13 plus 6 equals 19. 19 is 9 plus 1, 10. So 19 is the second octave of 1. And you can start to see how geometry, arithmetic, all that is just a language. It's just a language of shape, form, that organize the universe. So this is the summary. So on the levito-magnetoforce, so the energy that comes from the inside out, if we use the geometry of 1, 4, and 7 as the primordial language that connects everything that is, 1 plus 3 equals 4, 4 plus 3 equals 7, 7 plus 3 equals 1. So we create a clockwise motion, 3 create a clockwise organization, and 6 create a counterclockwise organization. 1 plus 6 equals 7, 7 plus 6 equals 13, which is 4, and 13 and 6 equal 19, which is 1. So 6 create counterclockwise, 3 create clockwise. Okay, so now that we saw the levito-magnetoforce, we're going to see to the opposite force. Let's say the levito-magnetoforce is the masculine energy. Let's call it the masculine energy. The energy that comes from the inside out. And we can go deeper into that perspective later. Yes, Adam, it's fractal. It's based on fractal concept. Now let's look at the gravito-electroforce. Okay, we have the magneto-levito. Now we're going to the gravito-electro. So the gravito-electro is composed of 2, 5, and 8. Okay, so 2 and 5 are the twin sisters, and 8 is the goddess mother. So 2 plus 5 plus 8 equals 15. All right. The 15, what is the real name of 15? The first octave of 5 plus 1, 6. Okay, I hope everyone can follow me now, like we spend nearly an hour together. So 5 plus 2 plus 8 equals 15, which is 5 and 1, 6. So if we look at 2 plus 6, it equals to 8. We got it. Now 8 plus 6 equals 14. 4 plus 1, 5. And 14 plus 6 equals 20. 2 plus 0, 2. Okay. So now in this geometry, we have 6 that create a clockwise motion. And if we look at the 3, okay, 2 plus 3 equals 5. 5 plus 3 equals 8. And 8 plus 3 equals 11, which is 2, 1 and 1, 2. So if I summarize the gravito-electroforce, which is, let's call it the feminine energy, the centripetal energy, the energy that comes from the outside in, 6 create the clockwise motion, and 3 create the counterclockwise motion, which is exactly the opposite of the other one. Isn't that surprising? How do you guys feel about it? Any reaction? Anyone, like, is it like your mind is starting to absorb this language? So let's say the masculine energy is 1, 4, 7, the straight line. The straight line. The straight line creates the square. The square is focusing. It's masculine. It's focus. It's moving forwards. It's not taking care of everything. Where the other one, the feminine, the curve, is what creates the circle. The circle is everything. It's like taking everything as a whole. You know, it's not focusing. It's actually the opposite. It's the whole. It's not looking precisely somewhere. But if you pay attention, a square and a circle, a square is made of 4 angles of 90 degrees, and 90 degrees times 4 is equal to 360. And by the way, 360 degrees in a square, 360 degrees in a circle, we have the same amount of degrees in square and circle. And 3 plus 6 equals 9. So what happened when we combine the two tetrahedron together, when we combine the masculine and feminine energy together? We get 1, 4, 7 and 2, 5, 8. around that geometry. Where is the 9? Think about it for a minute. Where is the 9? We saw 3 create the clockwise or counterclockwise, 6 doing clockwise and counterclockwise. Where is the 9? The 9 is exactly precisely in the center. Why that? Because when you reunify that which has been separated, so 1 and 8, for example, 1 is above, 8 is below, 1 plus 8 equals 9. And when you look at 2 and 7, so 2 is the curve pointing up, 7 is the straight line pointing down, 2 plus 7 equals 9. And if you look at 4 and 5, 4 is the straight line pointing up, 5 is the curve pointing down, 4 plus 5 equals 9. And this symbol, those double tetrahedrons, so by the way, the tetrahedron, which is that pyramid with 4 faces, so it's 4 triangles, is the smallest geometry that can embrace space. Okay? Below that, nothing exists. You cannot embrace space as a 3-dimensional object. If you only have 1 triangle or 2 triangle or 3 triangle, you need to have 4 triangle to be able to close space on itself. So a double triangle, a polarized triangle, one pointing up, the other one pointing down, is the smallest geometry that can encompass polarity, basically. And if you look at those numbers, 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, 3 is going towards you, and 6 is going behind you, away from you, and 3 and 6 equal 9. So we have a perfect organization of matter. Yeah, it's called Merkaba. Merkaba is a 3-dimensional double tetrahedron. So tetrahedron mean, tetra means 4. So tetrahedron is a 4-angle pyramid. So now let's go back to the 2-dimensional geometry. So when you look at 1, 4, 7, always visualize the 3 that comes in front of you, like towards you, as a pyramid, and then the 6 going away from you, 2, 5, 8, the 6 going away from you. All right? So as you can see, 1 and 2 and 4 and 5 and 4 and 8 and 7 cross together and create, let's call it the new dimension. So what would be the numbers that will organize that dimension? So 1 and 2, 1 plus 2 equal 3. Okay, you can see 1 and 8. So imagine that they are triangles, they are tetrahedron. You see that they're crossing, and when they cross, they create another language. So 1 plus 2, 3. And then 2 plus 4, 6. Then 4 plus 8 equal 12. But 12, the real name of 12 is the first octave of 3. 1 plus 2. 7 plus 8 equal 15. 5 and 1, 6. 7 and 5, 12. 2 and 1, 3. And 5 and 1, 6. And now we have 3, 3, 3. So if it was a tetrahedron, 3, 3, 3 will give 9. 3 plus 3 plus 3 equal 9. And 6 and 6 and 6, the famous 6, 6, 6. 6 plus 6 plus 6 equal 18, which is 1 and 8, 9. So the 3, 3, 3 create the 9 in front, and the 6, 6 create the negative 9 behind. Or the first harmonic of 9, if you prefer, negative or first harmonic. But they create another level, which is, I call it the 5th dimension. And the 5th dimension is 3 plus 6, 9, 3 plus 6, 9, 3 plus 6, 9, 3 plus 6, 9. And this is why 9 is in the center. Because the center is a space of unity. Outside of the center, we have 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6. So we have the duality, the polarity, the perfect polarity. And then we have the famous Trinity, 1, 4, 7, which is one Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, if you prefer. And then you have the 2, 5, 8, which is the missing Trinity in the Christian name, in the Catholic. So in Catholic Church, they only created 1, 4, 7, which is masculine, which is the pyramidal structure, which is also the pyramidal structure in which we live, the capitalistic system. And for those who are familiar with my work on the referendum initiated by the citizen, I always said that the pyramid can only be balanced by another pyramid pointing down. The capitalistic system can only work if the number 8, okay, the number down, can also change the power above. So this geometry is profoundly organizing the whole aspect of creation. And the only way to demonstrate it is actually quite simple. When you were born, you were one cell, and that cell split into 2, and then split into 4, and then split into 8. And then 8 split into 16, which is 1 and 6, 7. 16 and 16, 32. 3 plus 2, 5. And 32 and 32, 64, which is 6 and 4, 10, which is 1. So this is how life is happening on Earth. Like mathematically, we see a fractal expression of that language that the universe is using to create living things on Earth. And this language, based on those 3 circles, 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6, and the 9 in the center, is a profound symbol, I believe, that has the power to enlighten a lot of people on Earth. I discovered it 6, 7 years ago. Never saw it anywhere else on the web, online, prior to that. So I'm pretty proud to have discovered this, and I'm pretty proud to share it with humanity. I believe that this is a fundamental key to understand through where or in which direction humanity needs to go to be able to get back to properly natural science. And geometry and mathematics are the true language that the universe is using to organize itself. So if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. I'll be happy to try to answer all of them. Today was a first step. I hope there will be many others. Yeah, thank you very much for doing this live, and let's see you later. For more information, you can go on my website, sacredarithmetic.com, or my Facebook page, Sacred Arithmetic. All right. So I hope you enjoyed. Does anyone have any question? Like, was it very clear? Everything was very clear, crystal clear. So that live will be online. I will copy it on Facebook, on my Facebook page, if you guys want to watch it again. Yeah, if you have any questions, just contact me on sacredarithmetic.com. My email address is sacredarithmetic@gmail.com. Otherwise, you can go through Rick, a referendum initiated by the citizen, or Sacred Arithmetic on Facebook. All right, I don't see any questions, so it seems that it has been pretty clear. Please share it with all your friends. More and more people need to be aware of this language, and we need to now create new physics to be able to create a better world. All right, that's it for today. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Bye-bye.